So hello and welcome to the Vicar's Wife's Frugal Life. I thought I'd give you a garden tour today because we've been doing a lot of work on the garden and it was already a very lovely garden, but we are trying to make it even more beautiful. Not trying, succeeding with a range of success products. Oberon is helping, as you can tell, which is great. So Vicar is filming, so thank you for that, darling. Yes. Right, so let's get started here. Oh look, here we have a greyhound just in time for the tour. Well done, Susie. So there were quite a lot of pots when we first got here, and there were various things dying in them. For example, this tree here, which is clearly dead. But others we've sort of salvaged, and we have planted other things in them. So we've got a few lettuces up here. This is one of my favourite things in the garden. It's a Virginia creeper, and in the autumn this goes a beautiful, beautiful sort of russet and gold. We had our photograph taken. It was one of our first photos taken, the three of us, the Vicar, Piglet and I, all in front of it. I'll put a photo up next to here, either this way or this way. It will come magically when I figure out how to edit this. So that's really beautiful, and our aim is to do that once a year, which will be really lovely. Behind you here we've got two really sad looking trees that I was given by the Mayor of London because I entered a ballot to get some free trees, but Piglet has picked all the leaves off one and this one has never really taken flight. But I think it's still alive, so I'm going to keep watering them. We'll see how they go. Here, darling, what is this?
What's next to the trees?
Oh, next to it is some rocket that was doing really well and then I forgot to water, so now it's, I mean, could it be a herb? I don't think I'm going to meet that. I think that's something to deal with. The garden is a bit of a mess at the moment, so you've not caught us in our best day, but I thought I'd invite you into the glorious chaos of it all. Here we have passion fruit. This is a new purchase today, so this is very exciting indeed, and hopefully this will grow up this lovely trellis. We've got a water butt which we inherited from previous occupants, but it's never really been linked up, so it's a project. Here we have the Vicar's orchard, which started last year with this, which is a sort of clementine tree, and he bought it for me for my birthday, I think it was last year, and he's basically adopted it himself because I basically almost killed it because I didn't give it enough light. So he looks after this one and a lemon tree. This is a potty, we don't need to look at that. We've got an outdoor greenhouse, lots of chilies and tomatoes here. It looks like all these things are a little bit wilty, they need a water. I'm getting to the end of transplanting all my seedlings, so I've been a little lax in the last week of looking after them properly, so some of them are looking a bit sad. I planted this, but I have genuinely no idea what it is, and I can't remember what it was. It doesn't smell of anything. I'm kind of scared to taste it just in case it's not edible. I don't know if it's a vegetable or a fruit, so if you recognise the leaves of that, please let me know in the comments because I've got no idea. Here we have some clematis and nigella.
Oh, Oberon.
Oh, Obi. Yeah, pop that there please. Leave it alone, sweetheart. So here we've got some clematis, and this was a present from Bruce's parents years ago. So, and we've got some nigella that's growing down there. Daddy, yeah. Who's that? Is it Mama? My sister has taught Oberon to point. We've got a picture of Jesus on the wall, as you do in a vicarage, and she has taught him to say daddy whenever he points at it, which is obviously going to raise theological questions down the road, and is also frustrating because it's one of the only words he says, but it was funny at the time, so there we go. Obi, sweetheart, don't touch that one, it's really precious. Let's go this way. So we've got some trailing geraniums that, oh look at lovely little bees, that were salvaged from underneath the rose bushes, so I just dug them out and I put them in pots. We've got some hydrangeas. These are called, I don't know what they are, but I've never seen hydrangeas like this, but they are going in this area here. So this area, let me go and stand in it. Piglet really enjoys the stepping stones. This area was all grass. It was all lawn, but the dog really ripped it up because of the way that he runs up and down the garden. So what we've done is the vicar took up all the stones and we planted it with wildflower seeds. So you might not be able to see here, but there are lots of wildflowers growing up now, which is really, really exciting. You can see little patches of green. Look at that photography. Goodness gracious me. The skills you've got, darling. So that's really exciting. So we're hoping that that's just going to be a mass of wildflowers, but the dog and the baby have been walking over it, which is why it's now fenced off. The path we collected some stones from someone's front garden locally, and he let us have them for free, which is very nice of him. Apparently it's York stone, which is very fancy, so yeah, I did take him some tomato plants and cucumber plants to say thank you for that one. But yeah, the vicar's laid this path, and this is going to be laid with some shade-loving plants, so that's what's going to happen here. There's no wildflowers here because this gets very, very little sun in the day.
What's in the trees?
Oh, what's in the trees? Oh, those are a new addition. They are some solar-powered sort of festoons. So we will feel very French here soon, I hope. This side is I guess this is the north side, isn't it, of the garden?
Yes.
So it's all really shady. We've got some peonies and some hydrangeas that will come through. We just finished our season for camellias and for forget-me-nots and azaleas as well. We've got an azalea which is just over here, it's just finished flowering. And this is our greyhound. We plant him here. He needs regular food and water. So there we go. And then it brings me to the beds, the raised beds, and what we've been getting up to here. So a friend of mine is a carpenter, and I asked him if he wouldn't mind making up these beds, and he did. And then we got 6 tons of topsoil delivered, which I didn't realise how expensive topsoil was before I asked him to make this many beds. But hey ho, we've made the decision. So the vicar and my sister's boyfriend, they got some wheelbarrows from the front and managed to fill it all in, which was a big job, wasn't it, darling? Yeah, it was a big job. So yeah, now we've got these beautiful beds. We've got lots of herbs. We're following the square foot gardening system. So as you can see, they are all lined up. The baby has snapped a few of them, but basically the idea is that you can plant a certain number of a plant in a certain area. So for instance, I think I'm pretty sure that's purple sprouting broccoli. That needs a square foot to grow. So that is it in theory, whereas the beans, they say, and again, I'm no expert on this, they say that the beans will, you can put 6 to a square foot. The other thing you'll notice we've done is we've done a lot of companion planting. So I want to use no pesticides in theory. We'll see if I manage to grow all the veg totally beautifully. I don't think I can officially call it organically because the soil we've got isn't officially organic, but I don't want to use pesticides. That's one of the reasons that I wanted to grow a garden, is to have control over what's going to our food, and also be able to save money on food and have all the courgettes in the world and have more unusual things that you can't necessarily get if you're just sort of meandering around little. The baby's really enjoying the paddling pool right now. Bless him, it's very cute. Oh dear. So what the companion planting does is it matches 2 friends of the plant world that can help each other keep pest free. So a nasturtium, for instance, these ones down here, these are really lovely climbing plants, and they quite often trail down. They've got sort of, often they're sort of orangey, yellowy blooms that you can eat, so you can put them in salads. But the main point of them is that they are sort of a sacrificial plant. So if you have something like courgettes or tomatoes that pests really love, that they will sort of draw the pests away, which is really exciting. Same thing with marigolds, quite often combining a herb or onions together. So over here, if I jump around here, just watching the piglet who's walking up and down there, but just here you'll see that we've got onions growing next to carrots. So in theory, those are 2 things that are happy to grow together, whereas I wouldn't want to grow tomatoes and potatoes next to each other because they both need the same kinds of nutrients from the soil, so that's maybe not the best idea. I don't really know what I'm doing, I'm just making it up, and I've been reading books. And then we have, this way, we've got some fruit trees and things at the back here, but we're not doing much work. We're thinking about taking a lot of this out. So this is our south facing border, and at the moment we've got a lot of trees. This was a huge bay bush, sort of little bay tree, but the vicar's cut that right back because we couldn't get along the path. So whether or not we'll take that out entirely, because it just feels a bit of a waste having all this space that we could be growing more flowers and growing more vegetables, and it's kind of like some not very nice trees. So apart from this tree has to stay because we need the palms for Palm Sunday, so that's one that has to stay. And this, which is currently not very useful because who knows which way is which. I mean, I guess it's that way, isn't it? South is that way. is a lovely weather vane that was attached to the top of the shed, but the vicar's put it here so that I scratch my shoulder every time I walk past it, which is great. Really excellent. Super. Then we meander down here. I made all of these. I've no idea if they're strong enough, but time will tell. Some more tomato plants here that I'm going to drop off to some neighbours because we've got too many, we don't need all of these. And then the beautiful, beautiful roses. I think this one is the best one for smell. I've got no idea what they're all called, but we've got these beautiful pink ones which are great for smell. I've been cutting those off because all the bushes are just really overgrown, so I've been cutting them back each time they bloom. This one needs doing. And this one you can see, ouch! I love this one. I think it's really, really beautiful. But again, you can see it's really kind of out of control. So these all need cutting back, but I'm just going to do it really gently throughout the season and see how I get on, really. 4 different kinds of tomatoes growing there. Nasturtiums, peas, lots of cornflowers. We love cornflowers because that's what I had in my wedding bouquet. We had wildflowers as our sort of theme. And yeah, sunflowers, marigolds, calendula, loads of stuff. So yeah, again, a bit of a mess, but I thought I'd give you a tour so we can see how we go from there. And then this is the sort of dreaded compost heap, but yeah, this one needs sorting. We need to build a bigger compost heap that we can, oh, it's very close, darling. We need to build a bigger compost heap that we can really start to sort, because we've just got too many compost heaps on the go at the moment, and it's difficult to manage them because we don't really know what we're doing. So that is the garden tour, and I'll update you next month to see how we're getting on, because things are growing at a rate of knots because the weather has been so beautiful. So I am just, I'm just hoping and praying at the moment that we don't get... Are you having a run, Piglet? Oh dear. Very cute. Has he taken your ball? Bad old Susie. It's important to note that the vicar said that I could only have my raised beds if he got to keep a lawn for his own little cricket pitch. So we'll see how that goes, but if the dog doesn't just rip it up by running around now and then. So I think that's it for today. But yeah, I'll check in a month so you can see how it's bloomed and what's worked and what hasn't, because it's the blind leading the blind here, guys. I've got no idea what I'm doing. Please tell me in the comments if if I'm doing anything totally wrong, because I probably am. Bye.